While Mother Nature can be sweet with heartwarming sceneries and landscapes, there are a few times that she can be scary. Sometimes she unleashes her fury in the form of terrifying storms, from tornadoes tearing through neighborhoods to dams collapsing under the force of windstorms. These are some of the scariest storms caught on camera. Number 1. Gibraltar's gale force winds. Storms come in all shapes and sizes, from the tiny whirlwinds that dust devils create to the massive continental spanning storms that rage for weeks. Storms are a powerful force in nature. Just like what happened in Gibraltar. January 2018. The unusual stoic rock of Gibraltar wasn't so stoic. A savage storm-packed gale force winds lashed the tiny British territory located at the southern tip of Spain. Gibraltar's densely packed urban center, a characteristic that often adds to its charm, unfortunately magnifies the impact of such extreme weather events. This particular wind wasn't messing around. Winds howled with fury, reaching a peak of a staggering 66 miles per hour. These ferocious gusts weren't just blustery, they posed a real threat. Trees were ripped from the ground and roofs were precariously balanced on the brink of being torn away. The storm's raw power was on full display when it managed to topple entire stories of construction scaffolding. A particularly dramatic scene unfolded near the Ocean Spa Plaza building, where the protective white sheeting on the scaffolding proved to be no match for the relentless wind. Thankfully, despite the image of collapsing steel giants, no injuries were reported. Number 2. Cyclone in southern India, 2016. India, with its diverse geography and vast coastline, experiences a wide range of storms throughout the year. Like monsoon storms, these seasonal heavy rains lasting from June to September are vital for India's agriculture. However, they also bring flash floods, landslides, and property damage, particularly in low-lying areas. But even monsoon storms can't compare with this cyclone. In 2016, the coastal regions of southern India were battered with a powerful cyclone, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The dramatic footage captured during the height of the storm serves as a sobering reminder of the destructive force of nature. As the cyclone made landfall, fierce winds lashed out indiscriminately, uprooting trees, tearing off roofs, and inundating low-lying areas with floodwaters. You can see cars being pulled up like paper. It definitely won't be a good thing to be stuck in this type of situation, hiding your car to stay safe from the storm, and your car gets dragged off by the powerful waves. Terrifying, right? The sheer magnitude of the disaster overwhelmed local authorities and emergency responders who worked tirelessly to evacuate residents and provide assistance to those in need. Number 3. Texas golfers encounter with nature's fury. Texas holds the unfortunate title of being the state with the most tornadoes per year, averaging around 132. This is due to its prime location in the infamous Tornado Alley, where warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico clashes with cool, dry air from the north, creating the perfect breeding ground for these swirling monsters. But while tornadoes grab headlines, Texas storms come in many flavors. Powerful thunderstorms with damaging hail, torrential downpours leading to flash floods, just like this scene that happened to unsuspecting golfers. It was June 2019, and a powerful storm swept through the Dallas area, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. With winds gusting a remarkable 70 miles per hour, the storm uprooted trees, sent traffic signs flying, and left hundreds of thousands of people without power. In the heart of this unexpected mayhem was a group of unsuspecting golfers. Their idyllic day on the green quickly turned into a scene straight out of an action movie. Forced to scramble for cover under the nearest bridge, they watched in fear as the ferocious winds, with the destructive force of a tornado, tore through everything around them. A frantic yell, "Watch out, boys, here comes the trees," even in a foreign language, conveyed the urgency of the situation. While the golfers might not have checked the forecast that day, a rookie mistake in any storm-prone area, there was a scientific explanation for this sudden fury. According to Patricia Sanchez, a seasoned meteorologist with the National Weather Service, the conditions in Dallas that day were a recipe for disaster. Imagine a pot of boiling water. The atmosphere was unstable, brimming with high humidity. Then a cold front swept in rapidly, cooling everything down. This dramatic shift in temperature created a phenomenon known as a downburst. Number 4. Intense tornado moment. Tornadoes are the most violent rotating storms on Earth, with wind speeds within a tornado that can reach 300 miles per hour, 480 kilometers an hour. That's faster than most racing cars. While tornadoes are more common in the central United States, they can occur anywhere in the world, given the right atmospheric conditions. The good news, if there is any, tornadoes are typically short-lived, lasting only a few minutes on average. However, the damage they cause in those brief moments can be catastrophic. This moment, captured on video, is the sight of an intense tornado tearing through the landscape with unstoppable force. The swirling vortex of wind and debris is a terrifying reminder of nature's unpredictability and the need for vigilance in tornado-prone areas. As the tornado approached, the individual recording the footage could only watch in awe and disbelief at the sheer power of the storm. Debris flew through the air like projectiles, and the roar of the tornado drowned out all other sounds. In that moment, it felt as though the entire world was being consumed by a vortex, leaving nothing but destruction in its wake. Number 5. China's dam collapse and flood. In August 2019, calamity struck Yan'an City, a bustling industrial center nestled in China's Shanxi province. A dam located upstream unexpectedly gave way, unleashing a torrent of water that transformed the city into a scene of devastation. The once familiar streets of Yan'an became a churning torrent of thick, black mud. This wasn't your typical floodwater or grim cocktail of water and coal slurry. A byproduct of Yan'an's industrial activity surged through the city. Horrifying footage captured the raw power of nature as cars were tossed around like toys and street signs succumbed to the relentless current, collapsing like dominoes. Miraculously, despite the chaos, reports of serious injuries emerged as absent. However, the physical damage was extensive. Homes and businesses were inundated, leaving residents scrambling to higher ground. Infrastructure, the lifeblood of any city, wasn't spared. Roads were ripped apart, bridges potentially collapsed, and power grids likely severed, plunging the city into darkness. The exact cause of the dam collapse remains under investigation, but several factors could have contributed. Excessive rainfall in the days leading up to the event could have saturated the surrounding soil, putting immense pressure on the dam structure itself. Deterioration of the dam due to age, improper maintenance, or flaws in the original construction could have compromised its integrity. The dam might not have been designed to handle the increased water volume caused by extreme weather events, leading to a catastrophic overflow or breach. The region experiences occasional earthquakes. While a major tremor wasn't reported at the time, smaller tremors, if undetected, could have weakened the dam over time. Number 6. Thailand's stage collapse. Thailand, a country synonymous with turquoise waters and idyllic beaches, also experiences a terrible fate with storms. Originally, it was thought to be not as extreme as some regions, but what happened in Northeast Asia changed everything. Bhutan, a tourist town in northeastern Thailand, became the scene of a terrifying storm-related incident the 20th of April 2023. The town had been preparing for a night of music in the park, with the popular band Rabbit Rhetoric scheduled to perform at Free Show. However, as dark clouds loomed overhead, a violent thunderstorm approached, sending winds howling through the area. Just as the band was about to take the stage and the eager concertgoers were settling in, the wind intensified, causing chaos and panic. The heavy equipment and hanging lights that adorned the stage became potential hazards as they swayed precariously in the gust. With safety concerns mounting, band members and attendees alike fled for cover, fearing for their lives as the stage began to buckle under the force of the storm. Despite efforts to salvage the event and seek shelter indoors, the wind proved too powerful, and the entire stage collapsed in a heap of twisted metal and debris. Concertgoers watched in horror as the evening of entertainment was abruptly cut short by the relentless fury of nature. In the aftermath of the storm, damage crews arrived to assess the extent of the destruction and began the daunting task of cleanup and reconstruction. Reports indicated that the wind had caused millions of Thai baht worth of damage, highlighting the significant economic impact of severe weather events on local communities. Number 7. Hailstorm in Iowa. In the heartland of America, a serene day quickly turned into chaos as a ferocious hailstorm descended upon a house in Iowa. The peaceful atmosphere shattered along with the windows as hailstones pummeled the property, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The intensity of the storm was captured in a gripping video showcasing the raw power of nature and the vulnerability of man-made structures. As the hailstones rained down relentlessly, the residents scrambled to seek shelter, their voices filled with panic and urgency. The sound of breaking glass echoed through the air as the windows shattered under the force of the hail. The The scene was one of chaos and disbelief as the inhabitants braced themselves against the onslaught, their belongings at risk of being damaged beyond repair. Despite the harrowing ordeal, there were no reports of injuries among those caught in the midst of the storm. However, the psychological impact of a terrifying experience cannot be underestimated. The sense of helplessness in the face of nature's fury is a stark reminder of our own vulnerability and the importance of being prepared for unforeseen disasters. In 2016, the coastal regions of southern India were battered by a powerful cyclone, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The dramatic footage captured during the height of the storm served as a sobering reminder of the destructive force of nature. As the cyclone made landfall, fierce winds lashed out indiscriminately, uprooting trees, tearing off roofs, and inundating low-lying areas with floodwaters. You can see cars being pulled up like paper. It definitely won't be a good thing to be stuck in this type of situation, hiding in your car to stay safe from the storm, and then you just end up getting dragged off by the powerful waves. What do you think about these catastrophes? Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so as to not miss out on their updates.